Welcome to my spring 2018 garden here. So this is our, on this side, the bed you're looking at right now, this is our greens and root crops. So we have carrots that you're looking at, cilantro, and then some kale. Over here we have some beets, radishes, and spinach on your very far left. And then if you can see here, we have a volunteer tomato plant. And that is it actually came from a store-bought tomato. It was a grape tomato, and we loved it, so we went ahead and grew it. And surprisingly, it came out true to the type of tomato that it was. Usually, store-bought tomatoes are hybrids. The beets are looking beautiful, as you can see here. No roots yet on either of the radishes or the beets, but it's only been 3 weeks, so we're still looking forward to that. That's a close-up on the cilantro. Wonder what that is. That must be a weed, but it's okay. And then right here we have some thick rows of carrots, and they're looking beautiful and green here. We have a pepper seedling, and then we have some kale on your very far right. Now if you come over here, we just went ahead and put this up. I just finished it up. You see some marigolds, some lilies there. I don't know the first part of the name, but it's some type of lily. It's beautiful. We've seen it at Lowe's. Some more marigolds, some mulch, and then this is our raised bed number 2. So here you see that we have a variety of tomato plants in the back. Starting from left to right, we have a yellow pear tomato, a sun gold tomato, a sun sugar tomato, yeah, and a brandywine tomato. And so we have about 3 cherry tomatoes. We love cherry tomatoes, and so that's why you see so much variety. So many of the varieties are cherry tomatoes. Then we have some, and those were all store-bought at Home Depot. Then we have some started by seed, which is the Gardener's Delight. Not as tall, but it's getting there. The rain really helped. We had about 5 inches of rain within the span of 2 days, and luckily it didn't drown out any of the plants. It was actually beneficial, so that's good news there. We have 4 types or 3 types of peppers, but 4 plants. So on your very top left, that is a lunchbox orange pepper. Then we have a giant Marconi, as you can see there. I'll get a close-up on there. And then we have 2 red bells. And so I topped these off. I defoliated these 2 right here and just topped off these 2 right here. And I kind of prefer the ones on the very left just because they have more foliage, and I believe the stems are a little bit thicker. But that's just, Then here we have 2 types of strawberries. So the very first row is organic strawberries. I don't believe I remember what the variety was, but I did have to search it up because I bought these from Transplants as well from Home Depot. And on the tag, if I can go ahead and get it for you, it just says organic strawberries. That's it. Doesn't tell you the variety or anything like that, but it is an ever-bearing strawberry. I mean that it's going to bear all year. And these are ever-bearing strawberries as well, but this is a Quinault strawberry, and so those are doing well. I feel like the organic ones look a little bit better. Yes, those back there look fuller, but these look like, and you see it's already some fruit on there. Those just look better to me. Our new and improved walkway. Let me get close up on the tomatoes for you real quick. And I'm single stemming these tomatoes, meaning that it's only going to be 1 stem so we can increase production. But as you can see, this tomato is loving this area. We had our cherry or our grape tomato here last year that we, from that store-bought tomato, and it grew perfect and wonderful in this spot. So I went ahead and got some more tomatoes to put in its place for this year's garden. And you can see how big that leaf is. It's almost as large as my hand, if not larger. And so that's beautiful. And we're not going to defoliate a lot. I know a lot of people prefer cutting off all the leaves underneath the first flower cluster. I want to leave them on there. I feel like in my garden, at least, when we let the plant be and do what it wants to do, it becomes, better disease resistant. It just produces better for us as well. The only thing we're going to be doing to them or bother them with is just single stemming them. If you can look closely on this tomato here, if I can locate it. Sorry about that. Okay, there we go. Look at the tomatoes. They're beautiful. Did another cluster up here, and these, believe it or not, was only put in 3 weeks ago. So they're doing great. And initially I didn't put any fertilizer, but I side dressed once they started getting the flower clusters, so that's doing great. And I amended these beds with compost and local cow manure. So yeah, and then that bed over there was just amended with, and worm castings. This was amended with just compost and worm castings, so no cow manure on there, just for certain purposes. Since it's a root crop, we didn't want the cow manure touching the root crops. Our lovely pathway, we just put that in. It looks great. So these are our flowers here. And so we put these flowers here because they're great at attracting the pollinators. And so these attract a lot of bees, put some marigolds between them.